house fire. Your beard looks good and your face paint looks really super good. Yeah, you look like a creepy dude driving around in a van, trying to play ground. Oh man, we rolling. Yeah, we rolling by. Randy's decided to do the real traditional hunting, and he's got his flannel on this morning. He's taking it a little more seriously, I think. And it's got provides you a little cover sand, ain't it, Randy? Yeah, it's a little moldy and mildewy. But that smells a little more like nature, don't it? Smells a lot better than Beard Balm and protein bars. Like Billy. Alright guys. It's dark. It's still dark. I know this ain't maybe what big name guys do. They always shine up, you know, where you can see their face, but we're down here on some property. We're hunting by ourselves today. We got the longbow with us. So we're trying to see if we can't buzz one with the longbow today. Alright, we got everything set up. We're ready to go. We're just waiting on a deer. Hopefully we can get one today. Alright guys, it's about 11 o'clock. Not seen nothing in a while. This morning, about 50 yards over there, underneath them red oaks over there, seen a really, really good buck. But he never did. He just angled himself up the hill there. So it's been a good morning. Well, I had to work a while. Everybody else has already been up here all day, but thought I'd slip up here where Billy's spotted normally is, and he's further up in the hollow, so I'm gonna sit in his spot so I don't bother anybody else trying to walk in anywhere else. But I wore my flannel to work today, that way I wouldn't have to change to get out here quicker. And Billy's not been wearing his flannel when he's been here missing these deer that he shot at sitting in this spot. So I'm gonna see if his flannel helps me get it done here. Kind of winded, unfortunately. It ain't a far walk, but I'm out of shape. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't have anything. This is my cell phone I'm viewing or videoing on, so don't have TACTACAM or nothing. So maybe I'll be videoing one on the ground here soon. Don't know. We'll see. Must have finally got more wind when he got, it's kind of going that way a little bit, but either way, that was funny. I'd say the longbow guys will be mad at me too, because they would have shot that thing. I probably should have, but I'm hoping for something a little bigger. I would have shot a doe. If he'd have been a doe, I would have shot him. I'm telling you, man, that's the flannel. They just run right in there on you. Here we are. We're as giddy as a little schoolgirl. We seen a big buck yesterday morning, and he was about 50 yards. We found a place, I think, where we can sneak right in there and get in the, he's underneath some red oaks. I think we can sneak right in in the kitchen with him, and maybe we can get in close and get a longbow shot on him. We'll probably see him out too far. Well, we could have killed him with a muzzleloader or whatever, but anyway, that's the joy of hunting. You don't always kill, but it's the pursuit of the animal is what the joy should be. And then top it off like a peach cobbler, you know. Sometimes you get to top it off with a harvest, and that's when you put the vanilla ice cream on top. But anyway, we're excited about getting in here this morning. It's I've got just a few minutes, so we're just gonna make it real quick. We're gonna go in. We're gonna be real close. We're gonna have to be, I mean, we got to check the wind when we get up here though, first of all. But anyway, we're going to try to get in real close on him and see what can happen there. That underneath them red oaks, man, it looks like a tiller's been through there. So it's just more than one deer's hitting it. There's a bunch of them hitting it, and you know, everything's falling now, so it ain't like it's early season. But you know, every now and again you just find them trees, man, where you know, I've read articles, you know, maybe just a little sweeter. There's something about them though, but they're really in there on them, and there's a bunch of mass trees in here, but there's something about them right there that's just special. And so we're going to get up here and get our stuff together and string our bow and get set up before daylight. And man, he was in there about anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes after daylight. I mean, it was looked over and seen him, and man, he's a nice one, especially a you know, primitive bow kill. I am in a jam. I mean a big jam. I walked right up on this buck. I mean right up on him. See if I can get some footage of him. Goodness. I believe it's one billion. I've never seen this morning. I'm afraid to move, afraid to do anything. Until I see him again. I want to move my stuff in here and get it set up, but I don't know. I don't know where he's at now. I just walked right up on him, about 50 yards of him. He's standing up there grooming himself. My goodness. The wind is terrible up here right now. If I'd known this, I'd have got out of here. But I'm up here. I'm going to try to sneak back down here. I don't see him no more. He must have eased up the hill. That's just the way it goes, you know. You're up here, you're trying to... I seen this buck Friday morning. I got about probably 10 minutes of footage on him. Hunter Billy seen him this morning. Even if I'd had a muzzleloader, it's just too thick. Okay, I'm gonna try to pick that stuff up and walk back down here. Alright. Closing the hunt out here. Saturday evening. Come back this evening by myself. Other people had other things to do, and come back and said, I'm going to try to go up there again, see if I can't see something. So went up in the woods there and up past where Billy and Hunter seen one this morning. Walking up through there and just stopped, and if you take your time when you're just easing through the woods, you end up, you can see a lot of deer by doing that. And I wouldn't suggest it all the time. There's time and place for it, and sometimes you got the acreage to do it and sometimes you don't. But we was walking up through there and just taking our time by ourselves. Seemed like I hunt better, more slower when I'm by myself. But walking up through there and walked right up on him about 50 yards. He was up past some beech trees and up there taking a bath, and walked right up on him. Even if I had a muzzleloader, it's still too thick to shoot at. But anyway, watched him there, and I just sat down right where I was at. Watched him for a little bit more, and he just walked away from me. And I know he didn't hear me or smell me, or see me. So we just watched him there for a few minutes, and then we walked away and walked behind a clump of trees right there, and I didn't really know where he went. And begun to find out, I just got another glimpse of him just right as he's bedding down. And so just sat there and contemplated what to do, and I was like, well, I can't sit here because I'm right in just an old road bed that had been cut out, skid trail. And so I had to get over next to a tree to get some cover, and just in case he was to come out through there later on. So we went over there and snuck over to that tree and sat down, and I guess we was over there probably a couple hours, I guess, maybe something like that. And looked up the hill there and seen him coming across, and they got some footage of him, and watched him come around the bowl in there. And then he kept looking back, and then when he got out of sight, I looked back over there, and here come another one. And both of them shooters. I mean, I would have shot them longbow in a heartbeat. And but they were about 65 yards, just definitely out of longbow range by about 3 times. But anyway, had a good hunt this evening. Thank the good Lord to give us good weather. It's good cool. Ruts, they're starting to lay down sign, but they're not ready yet. But probably by next weekend it'll probably be a big night and day difference. But anyway, got to see 2 shooter bucks this evening. Didn't get to shoot at them, but that shouldn't define your hunt, whether you get to kill something or not. It just getting out and having a good time. That should be the main goal. Getting out and enjoying God's good creation. Anyway, maybe next weekend we'll do a little bit better. All right.